What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing really well. It's Ian here. This week I want to talk about one of the biggest problems I have, and that's being super salty. No, I'm not cranky. I'm a salty sweater, and if you see any of my gear, my backpack, my hats, after every run I get this disgusting white salty mess afterwards. Anybody else out there, if you're like me, let me know. But I'm a really salty sweater, and as I've got into the ultra distance and I've been doing more of these longer sort of runs, one of the things I've been really working on is trying to manage my nutrition, sort of master the hydration sort of formula, working with different things. I have been using Tailwind for quite a while. I really like it because it's kind of an all-in-one. It's got about 300 calories. And when you drink about a liter of it, you've got your sodium in there. It's kind of a one-stop. So a lot of runners will use that as your all-in-one. But what I'm finding is it's not enough sodium. So today what I want to talk to you about is another solution that I'm really excited about trying out in my upcoming race. In just a couple of weeks here, I'm going to be using it in the Losel 100K Ultra. And so I've got a long run coming up tomorrow that I'm going to take you out on. I'm going to use this, give it a bit of a try, test it out before I take it into a race situation. But I wanted to walk you through it a little bit because this is really, really cool. So it's the Precision Hydration and Nutrition is the name of the company. And before I get into any of the details of what I'm using, I'm going to just stop really quickly, give you a little bit of a caveat that I am not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I am not a medical expert in any sense. So anything that I'm doing here is my own trial and error, it's my own opinion, it's my own sort of regimen. So if this is something you're looking to try and implement, talk to your doctor, all that kind of stuff. Just know that I'm not an expert in this. I'm just someone that's trying to figure out a good solution for me. So that being said, the cool thing about Precision Nutrition on their website, what you can do is you can go in, you can fill out this bit of a questionnaire, and it talks about the distance, how much you sweat, how much salts you sort of typically produce, what's the event distance, and what it'll do is it'll come up with a personalized formula for what it recommends for your race day strategy. So for me, I'm really excited because there's a few things. There's sodium tablets that I'm going to be taking, and then there's gels that I'm also going to be using throughout the course of my day. And then on the 100K, of course, I'm going to supplement with a little bit of solid foods because I feel like that's just something that I like as the race goes on. But this is kind of the shakedown of what I'm going to be taking out to race day. So first thing first is the actual sodium tablets or the electrolytes that you drop into water. So they have what's called their pH 1500s. So that's literally 1500 milligrams of sodium, which is a lot. For me, I'm a super sweaty guy, as I was saying, super salty. So that's the recommendation here. It comes in either sort of these little pouches that are like a powder form, or you can also get them in your traditional kind of tubes where they're just like the little caplets where you just drop them into your water. So they're about that big. So you can get either or. So I ordered the specifics, and then they also have some really cool bundles where you can do a little bit of a sample pack, so you can kind of get a bit of a variety, try it out. So I've got them all. So the strategy for me, so part of my strategy is pre-race, like 60 to 90 minutes before my race, drink 500 milliliters of water with 1500 of the sodium electrolyte drink in it. 15 minutes before the race, take an energy gel, which I'll show you in a second. And then during the race, 750 milliliters of fluid, water every hour with 1500 milligrams of sodium. So either through I'm gonna have two 750 milliliter bottles in my pack, so I'll have one caplet in each, and I'll know if I can drink one of those every hour, then I'll be fine. For the longer stretches where aid stations are not quite as accessible, I'll use my bladder on the back of my pack. So first thing is that. The other thing that I picked up is they have a couple different things. They've got energy gels, and they've also got energy, like the gel, the chews. So I'm gonna try them both out tomorrow on my long run C. So they have like they're gels. This one is a 30 grams of carbs per package or for one gel. It's 120 calories. And the same goes for the chews. So the chews look just like that. Same thing, 30 grams of carbs, about 120 calories in one of those. So my plan is to, during the race, is to take 2 of these per hour. So I could either do 2 gels or 2 chews. What I think I'm going to do is have one gel and then a chew and then a gel and then a chew, just to kind of mix it up. After eating gels for 18 hours, I feel like it's going to be kind of disgusting, but we'll see. So I'm going to take those out tomorrow. give it a whirl, give it a sample, see how that feels for me. Because again, for me, one of the challenges I've had is really sort of later stages, starting to cramp up, starting to lock up. And I feel like for me, salt is going to be a big component of sort of really being able to go into those longer distances. So stay tuned. I'll take you out on the run tomorrow, and we're going to see how these things taste, how they feel, and actually how it works out on a 50-kilometer test long run. All right, so just started on the long run. Just got an Uber from Airdrie out to Chestermere. The guy thought I was crazy, dropped me off. 30 minutes in, on the way out, I was sipping on the pH 1500, drank 500 milliliters of that. On my pack today, I have 2 liters of the pH 1500 in my bladder in the back, and then the 2 front bottles, 500 mils each. So it should be plenty to get me through. Should be somewhere around 5.5 hours today. So I'm gonna be sipping on that, trying to get 750 mils every hour or so, and then every half hour hitting gels and chews. So I'm right at that stage now where I'm ready for the first gel. Before I take this, the drink is actually not bad. It's not super sweet, which I like. The Tailwind, which I have been using, is really sweet after, especially after you drink it for a long time. It starts to really kind of get gross. So be interested to see how long this tastes okay. There's no real flavors when you get this Precision Nutrition. It's just kind of like a generic flavor. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see. Just gonna eat this gel now, see how this thing tastes. Not bad. Got a bit of a, almost like a citrus to it. The texture's pretty decent. Kind of like a thin jello. We'll see. 30 grams of carbs, gonna rock these every 30 minutes. I'm not gonna show a lot of run footage today. I'm just gonna focus primarily on the nutrition so I can focus and put down a solid 50 today. So stay tuned. All right, so I'm an hour in. I'm gonna take my second gel, but this time I'm taking the chew. It's kind of weird. It looks like this. It's a big block. Same thing as the gels though. It's 30 grams of carbs, 120 calories. Kind of awkward to get it open, which I just found, but whatever. See how these suckers taste. They don't taste like much. Kind of like the drinks, not super sweet. Kind of, they're big, but yeah, tastes like a big block of hard gel. So it might be nice to kind of alternate between like the gels and then chewing something. Your mouth might like that, so we'll see. But I'm gonna keep rolling here. Okay, get this down and then stay on it every half hour. Sun's coming up, starting to get hot, so it's a good day to test this. All right, 30 kilometers in, and just feeling pretty good actually. Been doing the alternating the gel chew every 30 minutes. I'm on a chew right now. I do prefer the gels for 2 reasons. One, because they're easier to take while you're running and moving. I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb, I can't chew and run, but the gels aren't, or the chews I should say, are pretty good. They taste all right. I've had some chews that are like really sticky and just get stuck in your teeth. These are not like that. They're actually not bad. So it does give your mouth something to do, but it is it's really starting to get hot, but I'm feeling really good. Way better this same point on this last exact same route. So yeah, 20 kilometers to go. Keeping this thing rolling, trying to keep on. I'm almost out of my bladder. Gonna move to those. What I hate about running with the bladder on the back, the 2-liter bladder, is you never know how much fluid you have left. And if anybody has an invention for that, like a gas gauge on these things, if that thing exists, let me know. Anyways, here we go. All right, so 46 kilometers in, just a few kilometers to go here. Just hit another gel. I'm on my very last bottle of the pH 15 in the electrolyte drink. Feeling pretty good. Stomach has been like super good all the way through, so like no stomach issues at all, which has been really, really good. Definitely feel like I've ran 46K, so it's gonna be a bit of a grind to get these last 3.5K out, but overall, feeling really good. I'm just gonna wrap this up. All right, just got picked up by my driver.
wife.
My wife. She likes to be called my wife. Just and my crew person. She's my
Kind of been called it for like 27 years, but
100%. So she picked me up again in the city. So
again,
not a big fan of that, but riding 50K in area sucks. Anyways, it works really well. My stomach feels super good at the end of the run. Definitely feel tired, obviously, but big fan of the precision hydration and nutrition. I'm gonna like it in the race. I'm gonna use it in Lost Souls. Definitely not like by the end of the run. It was starting to get kind of warm and like kind of taste. Like after a while, you definitely do get tired of drinking it, but it works really well. It doesn't taste salty. The flavor's good, and so I liked it a lot. So I'm glad to have tried it. I'm going to use it in my race now, so check it out if you're interested. If you have any questions, I can try and answer them. Drop something in the comments, or check out Precision Hydration Nutrition online. Very cool, super helpful. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those good things. See you on the next one.